Hi, I'm Jerry Drager, Drager's International Classic Sales in Burlington, Washington. We're here at Drager's Clubhouse and I want to show you this vehicle. I want to show you this beautiful 1958 Impala we've got in here at Drager's Clubhouse. And I got to tell you, it's an outstanding car and it's had thousands of dollars spent on it. It was a reconstructed car. It was totaled, I guess, way back down in Oregon, I assume, because it had an Oregon title on it at one time. Anyway, they put it all together and they did quite a job on this thing. I don't like these wheels personally myself, but a lot of people like them. I'm thinking I want to put chrome wheels on here with wide whites on here, but I haven't changed them yet. This 58 Impala is a stunning car. I mean, look at the red paint on this thing. It is gorgeous. And I don't think there's a scratch in this paint anywhere. Chrome is beautiful. It has been in a private collection for a number of years. I don't think it's hardly been driven since 2010 when it was finished. And that was down in Oregon. And the guy bought it and took it to his collection in eastern Washington, just south of Yakima a little bit. Anyway, it's got a beautiful leather interior in it that they spent a ton of money on. I mean, you can see the dash is all beautiful. It's got gauges underneath there. And I tell you what, it drives really well and everything. And look at that interior back there. Wow. The wraparound leather there, this is all leather interior in here, so it's just all really, really nice. So, and the doors, I mean, look at the door jambs right there. Look at that whole thing, the whole car. I mean, look at how clean that is in the door jambs, and everywhere you look, it's just clean, clean, clean. Look at that. I mean, it is really nice. And the doors, they close good. 58 Impala. Anyway, you can just see how nice this car is. Those have got lights in up there and that vent up there in the front. But again, the paint is beautiful on this car. I like this car. I haven't had a 58 Impala for a while. Anyway, I have no idea how you're going to do with this car, but I think you'll really enjoy owning it. It's lowered, and I suppose you could raise it up easy enough. Oh, and let's show this side here. So door jamb, I mean there, look at there. And there's the VIN tag right there like you want it to be. There's the whole dash and everything. I mean, this is just a beautiful car. See the headliner underneath there? It's just, but look how clean this car is. Just really nice. And look, again, it all closes good. You'll be real happy owning this car. And it's different, enough different that people are going to notice it. This is the actual miles, 110 miles since the restoration was completed in 2010. Ostrich headliner in here. I think it's not a real ostrich skin, but it looks like ostrich. Well, I want to show you this 454 big block in this 58 Impala, and it's a neat piece. This has had a lot of work done on this thing, totally, and it's been in a private collection in eastern Washington for a long time, and I think it was built down in Oregon originally, but it's been in a private collection. I don't know how long since. I think this car was built in 2010. That's when this car was built. So you can see it's got an Edelbrock intake on there. It's got a serpentine belt on here and all that. Of course, it's got power steering. And of course, it's got power disc brakes on the front and drums on the rear. Anyway, this is a cold start, just so you know. There's a manifold right here. Oops, sorry about that. You can't see me do it, but it's cold. It's just totally cold. And we're gonna start it right now. Underside of the hood right there. I mean, the finish work on this thing is beautiful. Frame. And it's all boxed. They boxed this whole frame from front to rear. Yep, that's good. We'll take a look at the trunk on this 58 Impala. You can just see it's all finished. It's got on the sides, all the way around, everywhere, carpet, spare tires right there. That's even won a couple of ribbons when it was down in Oregon. Anyway, I know nothing about this car to speak of other than it was in a state for many years in eastern Washington, and the car was built, they finished it in 2010. I said 20 twice now, but anyway, you can just see how nice this car is.
The underside of this Impala, it's very clean under here. It looks like a lot of new parts under here, like the rest of the car. I mean, it's got dual exhaust and looks like a new gas tank. This exhaust looks like it's stainless pipes on the back here. Anyway, I'll show you more of that when we get up ahead there. But anyway, all the sheet metal on this car looks in great shape. I didn't see anything look like patching anywhere. And same on this side, it looks all good and solid. Got good rubber on all four corners. The frame is painted up beautifully, and so is the rear end. And you see this looks like it's, I don't know if it's stainless or not, but it looks pretty shiny. Anyway, you can see the way they did the suspension on this car, the 4-link. There's a rear differential, a better shot of it. There's not much I can show you. There's nothing that stands out on this car that I can show you. There's rot anywhere. You get big heavy cables there. The battery's in the trunk. I mean, even all the rockers look good. Everything looks solid along there. Floor pans all look original. I mean, I don't think this car's been played with much. I mean, it's been restored, but I don't think the floor pans have had anything done to them that I've noticed. I'm not an expert on these things. I don't know that 58s don't come around that often, so I'm not real familiar with the underside of them, but I don't see anything that looks like that's been cut or patched. I think we were kind of questioning this spot here. This is one spot, it looks so cleanly done, but it's different than the other side. I can see a little bit of a seam here, but so I don't know. It looks pretty similar, so it may be original. I don't know the answer to that. I don't see any other, this seam looks correct. I don't know about in here, but this piece could be replaced. I don't know, or could have been replaced. But I mean, these inner rockers, all that looks good. I mean, seems like Chevys, they like to rust in those areas, and this car is very solid. You can see how the detail on all the lines. I don't know if that's a fuel line, I suppose. I don't know if that must be the sending unit line, the gas gauge. There's the emergency brake cable. I mean, all this stuff looks nice. I mean, these cables are a little frayed right here, but the rest of it all is done nice. All the fasteners that are on there and how it's all tied down nicely, and these cables are done. You can see the frame, it's all in great shape. There's the bottom of the automatic transmission. There's the bottom of the big block oil pan there. disc brakes up front. It's got rack and peanut steering, power. That was a Simpsons reference, but anyway, I don't know if anybody will get that, but rack and pinion, power steering. Nice car. I mean, they did a really nice job putting this thing together, top to bottom. There's another shot looking backwards. You see how clean that rear end is. Look at all that framework. I mean, that's painted beautifully. I don't know if that's powder coat. It just looks so smooth and nice. And there's no buildup of grease on the rear end. It's all clean. Super neat car.
Now Andrew already did a video of the underside of this, and so I just wanted to show you the highlight. It's like the frame. You can see up in here, it's all boxed, just like I said it was. And it continues on here, and it gets really interesting here. When they did this thing, they made a tunnel that went over into the upper area in the floor in there. And I got pictures of the inside that show that, where they build it up. So they wanted to strengthen this whole frame in here to make it much stiffer. And look at this back end back here. Look at the 4-link suspension they put on the back here. I just wanted to point out a couple of things on this car that are just outstanding in the way it was done. The rear end and everything, it's just a beautiful, beautiful car. It looks like brand new underneath here. And the other thing about this thing, this was finished in 2010, and we bought it from a gentleman that bought it in Portland, and he kept it in his collection over in Eastern Washington, and we could tell he never drove it. There was not a splatter or anything underneath here. It was clean, basically like you're seeing it right now. Give us a call, 206-533-9600. We'd be happy to talk to you.